She's 11 points ahead from the last poll I read of Mayor Ted Wheeler. She's running to be the mayor. I didn't think anyone could be more hated than you or Ted Wheeler in Portland by America, but there's a new star that's competing, and for a different reason than people would hate either of you guys. This woman is famous for saying "I am Antifa," and while she's backtracked in a recent debate saying that because anti-fascism is an idea and I'm anti-fascist and it's not the organization or group, she was also seen wearing a skirt with genocidal and homicidal maniac dictators of communist history. I believe Mao Zedong was even on there, correct? Was that who it was?
Sir.
Yeah, the Chinese genocidal revolutionary. She was wearing a custom skirt with extremely violent and deadly people, and I'm going, oh my gosh, the future for Portland is not bright, because even as the riots decrease, even as, Unmasked, the Book of Andy No comes out, which everyone should pre-order. I'm pretty sure you can pre-order it right now. Yeah, you can pre-order it. Yeah.
Yes.
On Amazon.
Yes.
Okay, you can pre-order that on Amazon. The links are in the description here. But you're reading it. But what we have her coming. Tell us what you expect. What kind of future do you think lays ahead for the riots, for the way the right and the left treat each other on the field, and what do you think is ahead for the future of Portland if Sarah actually wins?
So in Portland, for the mayoral election in November, Portlanders have two choices. The incumbent, which is Ted Wheeler, and his record from the past 4 years is what it is. His response to the riots has been abysmal, to say the least. And then you have Sarah Inaroni, who also ran in 2016 against him and lost on a very radical platform then, but now she's polling way ahead of him, double digits. And she is a true radical, and I do not believe that when she says that when I wrote I am Antifa, that just means I am anti-fascist, as we should all be. No, because if you look at her posts, she tweets a lot, and she has thousands and thousands of tweets. If you just do a specific search on Antifa and her username, you'll see her references to Antifa and their symbols and all that go beyond just meaning anti-fascist, but more so, the Iron Front symbol she's tweeted out. She's referred to Antifa as members going to a certain neighborhood to make it safe. Like this, she is very familiar with the ideology. I know she's being dishonest to voters right now. And, her statement, I am Antifa, is something when I hear that, it sends chills down my back, because those words were used in the manifesto of Willem van Spransen, which was the immigrant Antifa militant who launched a attack on the ICE facility in Tacoma, Washington last year, who came armed and firebombed it and got himself killed in the process. Michael Rhino, in the Portland Antifa shooter, he left a sort of manifesto on his Instagram, and he described himself as I am 100% Antifa. So, those words, it's disturbingly similar to all these violent extremists in the Pacific Northwest. So she hasn't disavowed that, she's actually stood by it and re-emphasized it. That's her record. And the thing about her outfit with wearing the faces of the totalitarian communist dictators who have killed tens and tens of millions in the last century, like that's really quite sick. And I don't describe it, it's just her, me focusing on what her skirt was. It's her wearing the faces of these people in a way that's meant to honor them. It would be as if a conservative candidate was wearing images of Hitler or something on their outfit. But again, like we said earlier, the left makes the rules culturally. This wasn't even that picture was several years old. Like no one even focused on it all these years, and I just happened to bring attention to it now. Now stories are being written about it. But it's like that's the lack of curiosity of the local journalists in Portland. They are biased and myopic, so they don't even see these other things that are newsworthy. They don't even doesn't even cross their minds. But Sarah, I do think she's a true radical. There's lots of Democrats who virtue signal the radicalism to try to get votes. With her, I believe she's a true believer.